Good afternoon. My name is Cullen Peterson. I am currently in the CNIT 361 class with Professor Kevin Olson, and today I will be talking to you all about cellular trail cameras and how they relate to servers. This is the Capstone project for this class, and this is the presentation I have for you, so let's jump right into it. All right, so origins of cellular trail cams. This actually is the first picture of the first ever trail camera that snapped a picture from the 1890s. Sorry, I'm battling a little bit of a cold here, so I have a slight cough. Trying to avoid that as much as I can. The first trail camera, if you will, if you want to call it that, was invented by George Shiras, and as you can imagine, it was extremely large in size. It was not as mobile as the handheld devices are today, and it actually had tripwires set out with large flashing cameras to capture the image. As you can see from the image shown, this is actually the real image that was captured, and you can see that when this camera went off, it really did startle the deer, as you can see them kind of hopping away after the image was taken. And like I alluded to before, the actual physical size of this camera was pretty big. You could not strap it to a tree like the ones you can today. All right, so we'll go into the electronic processes a little bit of trail cameras. So this is kind of the same whether it's a cellular trail camera or just your generic trail camera that doesn't have cellular capabilities today. So most trail cameras are going to be motion or heat activated or both. So what that looks like is there's sensors built into these trail cameras. They're called PIR, or passive infrared sensors. And based on what you have it set up for, that's really what's going to trigger the internal components of your trail camera to snap that picture or start recording that video. And there's some additional electrical components inside. So it's made of some infrared radiation sensitive material, which is connected to the circuit board. So when that motion or when that heat sensor goes off or is activated, there's that infrared radiation material that's actually connected to the circuit board that tells it, the brain of the whole trail camera, to, hey, take a picture or start recording that video. Lastly, the detection distance is affected by sensor location. So as you can see from the picture or the depiction I have on the left, you have your camera lens, which obviously is the part that is taking your picture. You have your infrared LEDs to help you take those night pictures. You have your PRI sensor right there in the middle. And then there's some other components that allow you to adjust settings to set it up exactly how you want to, and then lock it, because obviously this is going to be in an outdoor setting. And so the detection distance will be affected by that camera lens. And they position them in the best possible window, so they call them, to get the maximized distance out of the picture or video. All right, on the next slide here, we'll just talk about data storage a little bit. So most of your initial trail cameras that came out had physical SD cards. So you could get 4 megabytes, 16 megabytes, however many megabytes. Now you can get gigabytes and even up to terabytes. So kind of with technology advancing, we obviously have SD cards that provide more data storage capabilities for us. But additional to that now, and it's super big with cellular trail cameras because they kind of go hand in hand, is the cloud storage implications that you can purchase with a subscription through your cellular company, or even standalone companies that offer their own services. So we're kind of tapping into that market with trail cameras, moving away from your physical SD card type of storage and moving more to the cloud-based storage that allows you to not only access them from anywhere, you don't have to go to the physical location of the camera, but you also have more storage for your pictures and videos. So it kind of gives you a couple additional capabilities that you would not normally have. All right, so this is a server class. Let's talk about the cellular network and why I believe that these cellular trail cameras do really relate to servers. So think of cellular trail cameras like a two-way communication device. They're extremely similar to a cell phone. So a cell phone, you buy a service through a cellular company. Your smartphone or cell phone gets a SIM card that allows you to access their network to get onto the internet and get data, and that's exactly what a cellular trail camera does. So these cellular trail cameras get their own SIM cards, and that basically allows them anywhere you have service. That's kind of a key point here. Anywhere you have service, you're able to set up your camera and get that much needed inbound and outbound signal with the cell phone towers that are already in existence. So with that being said, kind of something you have to think about, something that poses a little bit of a challenge now is you can't get probably as remote as some people would like to. So thinking in the Rocky Mountains or just where there really is no remote cell phone service, you can't go and put a cellular trail camera there, because if you can't get service with a cell phone, you're not going to get service with a cellular trail camera, and it's not going to be able to forward you those pictures or videos if it doesn't have any tower to ping off of to send those. So to me, that's why it's that's why it is related very much so to servers. You need that 3G, 4G, or 5G LTE connection for the cellular trail camera to be able to even get those images and videos to you. Just something additional, what I think is, it's already sort of here a little bit. It's just not utilized as much yet. So it's not new technology by any means, but definitely the way of the future is Wi-Fi based trail cameras instead of cellular. So I would say with satellite internet, like your Starlink or really any other cellular or satellite Wi-Fi network, you're going to start seeing these trail cameras sort of switch into that. They're a little bit more reliable. They don't drop coverage as much. And I think it's just kind of the way of the future for allowing whatever you're using your trail camera for to be in even more remote locations, that it's easier to get a satellite coverage than it is to get a cell phone tower coverage. All right, so with all that information being said, I did some research of my own, quite a bit, and I came up with a couple recommendations of what I think are the best overall trail cameras. So I actually had two categories. So I did best overall value. So this is taking all components into account: cost, features, pros, cons, everything like that. So the conclusion I came to is that the Reconyx Hyperfire 2 Cellular is your best overall value for a trail camera. As you can see with some of these pros listed, has a lightning fast trigger at 0.2 seconds, homegrown, made in the USA, can't beat that. And it also has one of the best warranties you'll find out there, 5-year warranty. And it also has a 100-foot detection distance. So kind of what we talked about earlier, that detection distance. Any movement or heat signature that's within 100 yards or 100 feet, it's going to register that, snap the picture, start the video within 0.2 seconds of it detecting that motion or heat. Really, the only con I could find, which is a pretty significant one, is the cost. So the cost to get one of these is $600. And that's just to acquire the camera itself. That's not even including any of the cellular subscriptions you'd have, any of the data storage subscriptions you'd have to make, or cloud storage. So you'd really be taking a little bit of a fiscal jump here. But many of the testimonials and reviews do say that it is well worth your money with kind of just the overall quality of the camera, the warranty, the pictures and videos that it takes, how responsive it is. I don't think you can go wrong with this camera. All right, and then jumping into my second recommendation, which I wanted to do like the best bang for your buck. So really feeling like you got good value, but you're not spending a ton of money. You know, a lot of people are on budgets. So we got to try to find options that fit to more people. Not everyone can just drop $600 on a cellular trail camera. So what I came to with that in mind is the Moultrie Mobile Edge. So this little guy is some of the best value in the market. So it's only $100 compared to $600 of the Reconyx. There's free unlimited cloud storage, which is pretty crazy. This has internal memory, so you don't even need an SD card. And this also comes with a super easy to use cell phone app that allows you to change settings, access photos immediately after they're snapped, everything like that. Some of the cons to this, so unlike the Reconyx, it's a little bit shorter detection distance at 80 feet, and it does take 0.8 seconds to trigger the camera. So think of that like maybe a fast mover. That would really be the only thing that you'd have to worry about. So if something's clipping along really good, jogging, maybe running a little bit faster, not stopping in front of your camera, you'd be in more danger of not capturing that animal just based on that movement. All right, and with that, that is all I have for this presentation. This is where I would take any questions, but obviously it's a recorded video, so if you do have questions, please leave a comment. I will get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you for being with me here tonight. I hope this presentation kind of went a little bit more in depth for cellular trail cameras than you've probably had in the past, and I hope you learned a little bit from this presentation. So thank you. I appreciate it.